Still got another minute. Columbus, Ohio. We're here at the shoe. Ohio State Buckeyes, Virginia Tech, both undefeated teams early in this season, 3-0. Both big wins last week for first conference play. Ohio State keeping it close with Indiana, and Virginia Tech uh, kept it close with or not close with Wake Forest, beating them by 50 in an ugly game that they destroyed in. Both teams looking to continue playoff hopes and high seed rankings, and this will be a key win for them. Here at the shoe, we have Ohio State wearing their classic uniforms, gray helmets, scarlet jerseys. Virginia Tech wearing their all whites with, of course, the maroon logo on the helmet. Let's get this switched over to my PC real quick. All right, can y'all hear me? All right. Let's do this. Final predictions in chat. I've only had one so far. Yeah. 35-31 from Coach Papa. Prayer. Okay. Fair enough. All right. Full capacity crowd here in Columbus. And we'll go ahead and get this game started off. Virginia Tech wins the coin toss and defers to the second half, giving the ball to Ohio State to start it off. Deep kick will be a touchback as the Buckeyes will take over on their own 25-yard line. Landon Miller will come out in the pistol formation, hands the ball off to Larry Davis, who is met at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Miller runs the RPO, keeps it for himself, bounces it to the outside, and he'll get a 6-yard gain on the play, making it 3rd down and 4. Miller runs the RPO again, keeps it for himself, tries to dump it off real quick, but it's batted away by a Hokie defender, and that will be 3 and out. Steve Buford will line up for the punt. 58-yard punt. Montero will get a 13-yard return. And on that play, Ohio State's Marcel Mountain will be injured on the play. Offensive lineman. Is that a key offensive lineman for you? No. He is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th string O lineman who goes down on the play. But he is needing help as he is holding the back of his leg. We will see the extent of his injuries later. Lining up underneath center is quarterback for the Hokies, Thaddeus Cooper, who will run the RPO himself, bounce it to the outside, and he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. Cooper in the shotgun formation takes the snap, looking, dangerous pass over the middle, intercepted by Dean Smith, who has a running start. He'll get 6 yards on the play, and just like that, Ohio State has caused a turnover deep into Virginia Tech territory at the 24. As this sold-out crowd is going nuts. Miller trots back onto the field. He takes the snap. It's a play action. Looks towards the end zone. Has a man. Michael Day for the touchdown. Day beat his man off the coverage. Left wide open. Touchdown. The extra point is up and good as the Buckeyes take a 7-0 lead. 12:06 left in the first quarter. Rollins will kick this ball away. It'll be taken from the 6-yard line. Montero will get a 24-yard return, and the Hokies will have first and 10, their own 30. Cooper might be a little gun shy, but we'll see how Coach Fanta will treat this. He will hand the ball off. Fake handoff. Cooper keeps it for himself, bounces it to the outside, and he'll get 4 yards on the play as we have an injury timeout. Cooper faked the handoff, but his starting running back got blown up as he is holding his ankle. He will need assistance to get off the field, but it doesn't look good as he's going to be immediately taken back to the locker room. Second string running back is in for the Hokies, and they will immediately hand the ball off to him. John Williams gets it, and he gets an 8-yard gain and a first down for the Hokies. From the 42, Cooper drops back to pass. Looking, throws it to the outside to Joel Ray as he gets a big gain of 10 yards and another first down. They're in Ohio State territory at the 48. Cooper drops back to pass. Can't find a man. It falls incomplete. Second down and 10. Cooper back to pass. Looking, throws it over the middle. Finds Randy Andrews over the seam as he comes down with it, runs up the field. He'll finally be brought down after a 23-yard gain. And we have yet another injury as offensive lineman Josh Rayburn is holding his back. This must be college football 26 as he has back spasms. But unlike that game, it's not out for multiple weeks. Just looks like for the rest of this game. The third string offensive lineman goes down. Why is it that every game that I call, there's just a bunch of injuries? Okay, I digress. It is first and 10 at the Ohio State 25-yard line. Hokies had enough time to get a play call in. Cooper keeps it for himself in the RPO, and he gets to the line of scrimmage for no gain. Cooper, the very next play, hands it off to John Williams. Williams surges ahead. He gets 9 yards on the play as it makes it third down and 1. Cooper drops back to pass, tries to set up the screen on the outside to the wide receiver Ray as he can't come up with it as he was looking upfield. The ball hits his hands and it falls incomplete. Fourth down and 1 from the Ohio State 16-yard line. And Virginia Tech and Fanta are looking at the play clock, trying to get something decided, and they'll call a timeout as they try to come up with a good play to convert on this fourth down because he keeps his offense on the field. They had time to talk about it. As they line up in a heavy set, Cooper in the backfield. He has Williams to his right. He has Trice to his left. They send a man in motion. Tom Fournette will move, takes the snap, pitch fake to Fournette, hand it off as it will be no gain, blown up at the line of scrimmage, handoff to Williams. Doesn't do anything as it will be a turnover on downs. And Ohio State will take over deep in their own field position. From the 16, Miller keeps it for himself. He rushes it for 4. Miller fakes the run. Dump pass to Davis to the outside, who is brought down immediately, but it's good enough for the first down. Miller drops back to pass, curl route to Swanson on the outside, makes the man miss, but is finally brought down after a 16-yard gain. First and 10, Buckeyes on their own 44. Handoff to Starkey, or to Maples, who rushes up the field for a 2-yard gain, but there is a flag on the play. Holding on the defense. 5-yard penalty will be accepted and an automatic first down, gifting them the free yards. Miller keeps it for himself, gets a 4-yard gain. Miller sets up the screen pass, finds Day to the outside, gets a good block, and he stretches out for the first down, and he gets it. First and 10, Buckeyes. Miller drops back to pass, looking, tries to set up another screen on the other side. Bobby Robinson doesn't have as much luck, but he'll get 4 yards on the play. RPO, Smith gets the handoff, rushes up the middle. He'll get 4 yards. Third down and manageable with 2. RPO again. Fake to Smith. Miller keeps it for himself, bounces it to the outside, gets past the first down marker, gets up to the linebacker level before he slides for the first down. And it's first and 10 at the Virginia Tech 25. Maples gets a handoff for no gain. Smith gets a handoff for no gain. Smith gets a handoff again, this time for 8 yards, and it brings up a 4th and 2 at the 17. As Ohio State does not need a timeout, as they will keep their offense out on the field. As Miller in the pistol formation takes the snap, hands the ball off to Robinson, lowers his head, gets past the first down marker and a little bit more for a 4-yard gain. And it's first and 10 at the 13. Miller fakes the end around, looking, throws it to Williams in the backfield. Williams shakes a man, gets a block, goes towards the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Landon Miller to Ryan Williams for 13 yards out. The extra point is up and good as Ohio State extends their lead 14 to nothing. A minute 4 left in the quarter. As Rollins will kick this ball away, it will be a touchback. The Hokies will have first and 10, their own 25. Cooper hands it off to Williams, gain of 3 on the play. Cooper drops back to pass, has to throw this ball out of a sack, and it falls incomplete. Third down and 7. Ohio State sends pressure again. Cooper has to step up into the pocket, throws this ball away, and it's batted away at the line. As it falls incomplete, they will go 3 and out. Punt, 41 yards. Wiggs gets a 22-yard return as that ends the first quarter. It is 14 to nothing here in Columbus, with Ohio State getting the ball. Miller drops back to pass, post route, finds Michael Day over the middle as he is brought down immediately for a 19-yard gain, first down. Miller runs the RPO. He is rolling out to try to make something happen, but he's going to be dropped in the backfield for a sack. J.J. Lloyd gets back there and drops him for a 10-yard loss. It is now second and 20. Ohio State completes a pass over the middle to Robert Maples for a gain of 9, making it a third down and 11. And they will hand the ball off to Smith, who gets 4 yards in the play. And Ohio State will call timeout. It is 4th and 7 at the Hokie 25. Vincent Rawlings will line up for the long kick. 42-yard try. He does have an accuracy of 85 and a kick power of 64. His long on the year is 48 with his career long of 55. So this one is up, and it's good as Ohio State extends their lead 17-0. They will kick this ball away. Taken from the 8-yard line, Montero will get a 22-yard return to be 1st and 10. Virginia Tech gets some free yards with an encroachment on the defense. 5-yard penalty, be 1st and 5. Williams, handoff for 1 yard. Cooper drops back to pass. Heave. On this one, he finds Adam Trice out of the backfield. It was a one-on-one coverage with the linebacker, and he had the speed on him as he will get 21 yards down the field for a big first down play and into Ohio State territory. Handoff to Williams for a gain of 5. Cooper drops back to pass, finds Dismukes over the middle. He makes a man miss, runs up the field, and is going towards it, and he gets hit hard. The ball pops free, it's a fumble on the ground. Dismukes fumbled the ball, and it's going to be recovered by the Buckeyes. The trailing defender, Dean Smith, jumps on top of it and recovers it for the Buckeyes on their own 6-yard line. First and 10 on their own 6. Miller drops back to pass, finds Ryan Williams to the outside. He finds him for an 18-yard gain, 1st down. Miller throws it to the other side of the field, finds Swanson for a gain of 13, yet another 1st down. Miller drops back to pass, looking, doesn't see anything, decides he's going to scramble. He's got some room in front of him. He gets past the 1st down marker before he slides down, and that's a gain of 13 for the Buckeyes. They're at midfield now. Miller dropping back to pass, looks over the middle, finds Day with a bullet pass as he is brought down immediately for an 18-yard gain, and they're in Virginia Tech territory. The only thing that has hindered them on this drive so far, a false start penalty. Brings it back 5 yards. 1st and 15 from the 37. Miller drops back to pass. Looking, throws it deep. He's got a man, Larry Davis, who goes up, and he comes down with it. Touchdown, Buckeyes. 37-yard hookup. Extra point is up and good as it is 24-0. 7:05 left in the half. Kick will be taken from the 4-yard line. Montero will get a 15-yard return. Cooper drops back to pass. He heaves this one deep, and it's going to be intercepted by Ty Lawson. Lawson has room, makes a man miss, running up the field, gets past the offensive lineman, has one man to beat, and he rolls into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. 40-yard interception return. $31-0. As we have Fanta leaving, we will push forward this game. Kickoff, taken from the 6-yard line. Montero get a 23-yard return. 1st and 10. Handoff to Williams, gets a 7-yard run. Williams gets dropped in the backfield for a loss of 3. Cooper rushes it for a gain of 3, and they'll go 3 and out. 33-yard punt, 8-yard return. Ohio State takes over their own 39. Miller rushed for no gain. Smith rushed for 7. Smith rushed for no gain as they go 3 and out. Buford punts his ball away. 39-yard punt, 13-yard return. Virginia Tech takes over their own 28. Hand off to Trice for a gain of 1. Hand off to Williams for a gain of 2 as we hit the 2-minute timeout. 3rd down and 7. Cooper drops back to pass, looks deep, finds Jimmy Diggs as he catches this ball, and more importantly, he gets out of bounds for a 36-yard gain. And that leads him to the 33-yard line of Ohio State. Incomplete pass, incomplete pass, incomplete pass. 4th and 10 from the 33. Cole Mohan will line up for the 50-yard field goal. It is up and good as Virginia Tech finally gets on the board. It is 31-3 with 1:36 left in the half. Kickoff taken from the 9-yard line. Wiggs gets a 9-yard return. Miller drops back to pass, completes it over the middle for no gain. Virginia Tech calls timeout. Pass complete to Robinson for 1 gain, and it's 3rd down and 9. Virginia Tech calls their final timeout. Handoff on a delayed draw to Smith, who breaks the initial line of scrimmage, gets 12 yards in the play, and Ohio State will hurry up the offense and get a couple more plays in. Miller drops back to pass, finds Robinson for a big gain of 19 into Virginia Tech territory, and he gets out of bounds. 1st and 10 from the 41. Hand off to Davis, he gets 5 yards. Hand off to Smith, he gets 2 yards. And they will line up, not use any timeouts, even though they had 3, and line up for a 51-yard field goal. Vincent Rollins' kick is up, and it is no good as that will end halftime. Ohio State leads this one 31-3. And not much really happens. If y'all want me to just speed run this. Yep. Okay. Virginia Tech does get a 1st down, but then they have to punt the ball away. But Ohio State has an unnecessary roughness, so Virginia Tech keeps the ball. They have a 36-yard hookup, Cooper to Andrews. Virginia Tech gets on the board 31-10. Ohio State goes down the field a little bit, but eventually have to punt. Virginia Tech gets the ball, has a little bit longer of a drive before they have to kick a field goal, 29 yards out. It is 13-31. Ohio State gets the ball. They charge down the field, eventually scoring Miller to Robinson for 12 yards out, making it 38-13 at the 3:50 mark of the 3rd quarter. Virginia Tech goes 3 and out. Ohio State gets the ball back. They get up the field a little bit, but then have to punt the ball away. Virginia Tech has the ball to end the 3rd quarter, start the 4th. They hold on to it for a long time before an interception happens. Ty Lawson, yet again, with his 2nd interception of the day. Ohio State has the ball. They eventually punt. Virginia Tech gets the ball, charging downfield, misses a 32-yard field goal. Ohio State gets the ball back. They go down the field, kick a 42-yard field goal, making it 41-13. Virginia Tech, Cooper fumbles the football. Turnover, Ohio State, as they go down the field and kick a field goal, making it 41-13. Virginia Tech gets the ball, scores a touchdown late, and that will be the end of the game. Ohio State wins it 41-19.